more. Now at 126 coming up, though, we will start right here with two fine wrestlers. A youngster from Iowa, Doug Schwab, a freshman from Osage, against Jason Betz, a junior from Muncie, Pennsylvania, Warrior Run High School, has lost only 2 matches out of 15 this year.
Well, you can already see by just the stature there, we've got a couple of young muscular wrestlers here. Jason Betz likes to underhook. He likes to get in there close, and look right there. He tries to set up from a front headlock and a trip. He's got a short offense.
He likes that. He likes that close-in tie, doesn't he? Get a hold of the headlock if he can get it for the short series. Control the arm if he can't. He's on the underhook, on the Iowa wrestlers, the underhook. This is Doug Schwab, who has been impressive this year. He's lost only twice in 14 matches. So between them, they are really looking good this year, these two wrestlers.
Well, we saw Doug Schwab against Iowa State in an outstanding match for him as a freshman, wrestling against three-time All-American Dwight Hinson from Iowa State, and he just pushed and pushed and pushed and kept it going, and then was able to disqualify Hinson. He looks like he's going to be a real good young wrestler, but you know, he continues to have to learn, and he got third in the Midlands, wrestled back from a disappointing loss in the quarterfinals at the Midlands, came all the way back for third, so that shows you some of the spunk in Doug Schwab.
Feeling the way around here again, but again, Betz has something he likes to work off, that front headlock for the short series. What can he make off this? Tried for a heel pick, couldn't get that. But he still has that control of the head, which is so important in this sport. They come back to the minutes. It's the 3-minute first period, as you know. They've gone exactly halfway. No score. Next 2 periods are 2 minutes each. There is a nice high crotch inside, the outside head shot to the left by Betz, but it's a scramble.
Betz needs to stay out, get his hips underneath him, and keep driving in. But what Schwab is doing is really hipping down, put a lot of weight on Betz right there, making it tough to even get underneath him. And so he's going to be able to get a stalemate called or even work it for himself here. Betz doing a nice job of getting back to the feet. You get to your knees, you're dead. But right there, Schwab did a good job of hipping out and breaking the hands.
So I say one sophomore here, one's a freshman. We're going to be looking at these young men for the next couple of years. Probably button heads in one tournament or another, as well as dual meets. 45 seconds to go in the first period. No score between Betz of Pennsylvania State in the purple with a white belt.
Out of bounds.
The blue with the white belt. Iowa is warned. Keith Pullman calls Doug Schwab for backing out. I never thought I'd see that the way he's been going this year.
And it's just like a freshman, though. You just forget what you got going for you, and it's just a matter of
double leg shot by Betz.
It's just a lapse in thinking right there, because you definitely...
Here's Schwab on that headlock.
Yep.
So they've each gotten away from each other's front headlock. We're down to the last 10 seconds here. Iowa forfeited at 118 pounds because of illness. Iowa did not want Eric Juergens, his illness, to have him to cut weight.
It's a good flurry there. They went afterwards. Hopefully he got the nervousness out. There's the acting head coach, Jim Zaleski, already 2-0, and this is his first home meet, so he gets a chance in front of the home crowd against a great program like Penn State.
Face this way.
Schwab has the choice here ultimately. He's going to go down.
Here we go. Set.
Betz will start on the top in this second period at Carver Hawkeye Arena, the 100th dual meet ever wrestled here by Iowa. We covered the very first one, I remember. And Penn State was the only team to beat Iowa here. So Betz goes into the tight waist right away. 2-on-1 ride, like to tilt. Looks like he's trying to build up with the leg in 2 to get the tilt. But Schwab is a tough young customer, maybe tougher than your average freshman. Betz was able to get his leg in as he wants to do. But he's, you can hear Keith Pullman. There's a microphone on our referee every time we have a meet, and you can hear Keith Pullman telling him that he has to improve that position or he won't let him keep it.
Well, Betz is real strong right here, but what we've seen Schwab do is he won't let up. He's got a lot of energy. His shape is not a question, and we don't know that about Betz. Betz is real strong right now. He's real tough on top. He's riding like a leech and you know, being real tight and heavy on top of on top of Schwab right here. Schwab needs to come up.
Looks like Schwab is pretty tough to crank, you know, and so Betz is going to have to come back to the middle. Keith Pullman says that position's not going anywhere. We'll call it a stalemate and send you back to the middle.
Now, Betz is the kind of guy that you want to get off quickly underneath, so Schwab really needs to come on the whistle. He can't just sit there, or Betz will throw on the legs, get tight, and like a leech on you again and make it tough.
Another 4 seconds, and Betz will have a minute of riding time. Now, a minute of riding time is important, as you know, because if at the end of the match one wrestler has been riding the other 1 minute more, he gets a point.
Nope. Caution,
riding time point. Schwab
on the
moved
whistle,
too quickly.
guys. Top man, set.
Schwab tried to stand up, but again, Betz hit him. He doesn't have the leg in, though.
Betz doing a nice job of going back from a tight weight. Now, Schwab's underneath the arm. He's in good position right here. Betz puts the legs in. Schwab's still right here. If Schwab could get Betz's hips set down on the mat. See, right like that. Now, if he can kick out, he'll be able to come up on top and put Betz in trouble.
Schwab's in a much better position than he was the last time Betz got the leg in. We have 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Penn State versus Iowa.
But look at, Betz is really good at cranking those legs in. He never really did give up. Schwab had the legs, the hand between the legs right there. But Betz is a... Best way I can say it is like a leech.
But it's very little time. 15 seconds to go in the first period.
And he's good there.
Schwab is in danger of...
You're warned.
Top man is warned for not improving it, so it's a warning for each man now.
Go.
At the end of the period.
Both guys got a warning.
Score.
Center.
So that's 2 minutes of riding time for Betz.
Third period.
2 minutes of riding time for Betz. Schwab takes the up position this time, but Betz the down.
Okay.
Or at least Betz gets the choice. Betz gets the choice.
This is a situation right here that the unknown is the shape of Betz. And so right now, you can kind of guess that Betz is going to get away, because Schwab's going to push him away probably. Yep. And here we go. It's a matter of
1-0, the first score.
Whether Betz can keep the pressure on that he had the first, because you know Schwab will.
Betz coming in, looking like he wants to throw.
Well, he likes that short offense, underhook situation there, upper body stuff. He can even catch him with body locks.
Betz looks very tough out there because we know Schwab is a very tough driver. He can push you around, but Betz is equal to that. Very much equal to that. Blood on the mat here, says Keith Pullman. He's going to call timeout for a nosebleed from Jason Betz. We're going to take a look at where the teams are ranked at the moment around the country. Iowa, we said, is number 2, even though they won the Midlands. The reason for that is it's a very strong team in Stillwater, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State. And then Minnesota, Arizona State. You see Michigan and Iowa State moved up to 6th.
Yeah, well, you start
Nebraska in the 7th.